And good evening. Welcome. It looks like that we're live. And if you're not watching this live, if you just stopped in as a video, I'll timestamp when the readings start and stick around because you could still get a message. You can still get a contact because it's not about time and space, and your loved ones probably will know that you're going to stop in later. Anyhow, I just wanted to, say that to the people that aren't live, and then give the live people a couple of minutes to get their notifications to get on. And I already need water. And today we're doing mediumship. We're doing messages from those that have crossed over. So I'll explain how this works, how this is going to work in a group, and get up and do about an hour or so, however long that I'm able to hang in there, just to get some messages for you guys. It'll be more like greetings than long readings, so we can get more messages through for more people and have a really great time, have a little party, a little celebration with spirit. And this is the Midsummer Day, Lions portal time, Lions Gate portal time. So right around midsummer, if August 1st is technically Midsummer's Day, or Lugnasad, or Lamas. So I do these 8 times a year, overlapping the Celtic Sabbath. So I'm going to say some hellos, then we're going to discuss how this is going to work, then we're going to just do it. So, glass it on, and hello Lisa, and Huda, and Michael, and Peggy, welcome, and Susan, and Joe, and Jennifer, and Pandora. If anybody's new, hi Kimber. So from hot Houston. I was going to say hot Atlanta, but no, it's hot Houston. Hi. So if anybody's new and wants to say hi and let us know where in the world you're from, by all means, come on, say hi. So hi Sarah, hi Lucas, hi Bonnie, and MT, and Doreen of Children's School of Yoga. Welcome. Hi Chris. Hi Jody. Hi Earth Angel, and hi Sarah, Lucas, and Anna. Hello from Chicago. And hi Catherine, and yeah. Technical difficulties will probably happen. I just have not been able to solve the Wi-Fi here. We got a whole new modem. I've got a range extender. We have a good signal, and yet we still have Wi-Fi problems. So I apologize for that in advance. So hi, Patty from PA. First time doing the mediumship readings. Well, welcome. So of course we hope and pray this will be a good experience. Hi, Jamie. Hello, another from Texas. Okay. And I think we have a couple of our European friends are in, and the moon is amazing in Skull Valley, Arizona. Yeah. So I heard that it got chilly in Phoenix. The high was only 108 the other day. Just a little joke. 31 straight days of 110 plus. I mean, I know Phoenix area is hot, but come on. A friend of mine is visiting from Scottsdale next week, so I'll find out from him just how bad it's been over there. To North Carolina, welcome from the Carolinas, and Raleigh. Hi, Lucas from Raleigh. Hi, Melissa from Saugerties, a local. All right. So, firstly, and I'll right now there's only 38 on. I anticipate more people are going to find us today because they usually do, and so I'll probably say this again later on, but anybody that's here and you want to get a private reading, email us. It's info@atombetweentheworlds.com. So that's info@atombetweentheworlds.com. Email us and you'll get 10% off. So that I do this when I do these public mediumship events. And that way, if you don't get a connection, or if you do and you want to get more in depth with things, as I drink more tea and more water, get me going, then you can do that. So other than that, ton going on. A week from this coming Tuesday, we're going to do another transmission with the master teachers, a energetic transmission to help us to step into the Lions Gate portal, which is an energetic portal that happens every year. And this is also a good spiritual opening, and so we're going to do that as well. Hello from Illinois. We have a couple from Illinois also. So a lot of people coming in. More people are starting to come in. All right, so let's so that's that. Sunday's tarot time, and we did an upload today about how to connect to and receive messages from ascended masters as well as extraterrestrial guides. So a lot of you understand that you're star seeds or you have connections to guides or beings that may be from other planets, other dimensions, other realities. So there's an 11 steps and you can use this to connect with your own loved ones on the other side also. So it's totally viable for your spirit guide, your deceased or departed loved ones, as well as ascended masters and extraterrestrial guides and angels. So hi Mary, Ronaldo Healing, welcome. So in my end, there's a delay. That doesn't mean that you're seeing a delay, but you might be. Oh, somebody from the mountaintop from Tannersville. Who is that? I just caught that. I missed that. I used to live in Elka Park. I used to live on the mountaintop. That's in the Catskills. All right. I can't find that comment, but that's okay. Let's get down to business. And oh my God, I don't know if you're seeing this massive delay between my words and my voice, but if so, I apologize for that. All right, let me grab a little more tea. I think I'm going to need a lot of patience to do this. All right. Yes, my mouth is moving. Oh, it's only a couple seconds behind. Okay. All right. So anyhow, firstly, anybody that passed can come through. I don't have control over these things. Secondly, I'm working with spirit, not with the humans. So, every time that I do this, somebody will come on and ask for a personal message, like what's my grandmother saying, what's my mom saying. I can't work that way for two reasons. One, it's not fair for everybody, and two, I'm working with spirit. So they're going to come through, they're going to give me the information, and then I'm going to find you. And as a medium, this takes a lot of discipline as part of my training, because I have to stay present and open to spirit, yet I have to be in my thinking mind to be able to work with the technology. So, it's not easy, but we tend to have very good results when we do this. So anybody can come through. I'll get specific information. I'm pretty good with things like names, initials, dates, and stuff like that. Now, if I get a name, like somebody may have the name Wayne, that's important because the name Wayne just popped up in my mind. But if I get a name, it's Wayne, name and Wayne rhyme, so that would be easy access for Wayne to get my attention. But if I get a name, it could be who they are, but it may be who else is with them on the other side, or who's here in the living that's important. So sometimes the names are just a way of linking to the spirits and then getting more specific information after that. So again, if I get information, sometimes appearances come up and it turns out to be in the living. The way that this works is basically I open up and I allow them to communicate with me, and it's an energetic telepathic communication. So they tap into my energy, they understand how I like to get information, and then they'll give things to me in my own language. So I may remember something from my past that's really a message for you. So it's a symbolic message for you. Sometimes it's clairaudient, like I can audibly hear messages. They're here because my head's ringing off the hook right now. So I'm going to try to go through these explanations quickly and then get into the readings. Like I said, anybody that passed can come through. They could have passed today. They could have passed 100 years ago. They'll come through. The sweet spot, as it were, with mediumship are people that passed fairly recently, but not too recently, like at least a couple of months ago to maybe a few years ago. That tends to be the sweet spot where they tend to be the strongest in this kind of communication. I think they go through different levels of ascension. So I think, when we pass on, we kind of hang around the earth for a few days. That's why Jewish people sit Shiva, because they believe the spirit is still there, that they haven't crossed over. Then then they're kind of, in between for a while. Then they start to come through from the other side, and then they may go through other levels of ascension where they become less accessible, or they may reincarnate, and then I'm not going to be able to pick up on the spirit if they're not in spirit anymore, if they're in the living. Although I found that even when they reincarnate, we all have a soul. Our souls are on the other side. Part of our essence is always on the other side. So every now and then I'll get a living person coming through like a spirit. But when that happens, it's somebody like in deep dementia or in a coma or at the very end of their lives. And sometimes they can come through that way. So I think that's at least a few things go by. So right now we have a relatively small group, 47, but that's relatively small. We're usually around 80 or so for these events. So that might work out good for you guys. Let me start out with a little prayer. Yeah, I can see the screen without my glasses. So hi, Linda. Hi, Lisa. And anybody else that I missed that came in, Christine, Evolving Love, welcome. So let me start out with a little prayer. And dear Mother, Father, God, we thank you for your presence. And we ask that we are able to connect with our loved ones on the other side, that we are always safe and protected. And thank you for all of our blessings, and allow us to make really amazing and strong connections to the spirit world. And yeah, I feel like, okay, number 18 just popped up in my mind. So that's going to be relevant for where I'm going. Now, for you guys, your job is if you can take most of the evidence that I'm bringing forth, let me know that you can take that. And if more than one person can take it, I'll get more evidence till I find that whoever this is for. Sometimes they piggyback, or in other words, I'll get information and then another spirit that's very connected to the same information. Like a good example, like I'm getting John, there's a heart attack. This is the father energy. And with 49 people on, there's probably about 10 Johns in the spirit world that are father figures that had heart attack. So the other 9 may be like, oh, he's talking about me, and be able to ride that energy through. So sometimes I'm working with several people at once. Usually it's going to be one person, at least in a perfect world, and they give me the information, the evidence, the validation, what their message is, and then let me go and move on to the other one. So that's what I want to do. I may be talking to one of the Illinois people because that state came on, or somebody in the Ohio Valley or Midwest, I want to say. I do know whoever I'm with either liked rodeos or horses, or somebody in the family like that, I want to say. There may be a name like Mike also, because that popped in, or a common M name. My ears are buzzing. I feel like the person's coming through. I feel like he's showing himself maybe in his 60s to 70s. So I don't think he passed that old, I want to say. More likely in the 60s, I want to say, because he's kind of bringing the energy down a little bit. There may be a name like Andy or Annie, or an A name connected to this energy. Again, names could be in the living. And I feel like this is kind of a funny guy. I feel like I like to have my like tall boys, like my beers, I want to say, and I get talkative, I want to say also. And I feel like near the end of my life, I write out what my requests are and what I want. Maybe it's hard to talk, and I'm thanking the family for following through on what they can follow through. But I understand that not everything was necessarily practical, I want to say. This feels like it was a chest related issue, like it may have been something around like congestive heart failure or lung cancer. I feel like it's a chest breathing related issue. Now, what I want to do, there's a delay, so I'm going to see if anybody's getting that. I'm seeing a lot of hellos so far. Tamar saying, I made it. I'm late, but I made it. So I'm going to see if anybody can take that. And as I'm waiting for responses, I'll keep talking. Maybe that nobody's getting that immediately. So let me see if I can get more information. I may be starting to switch, but they just popped the name Tom in my mind. That may be a whole different contact than Dennis. There may be another contact that can take those 2 names. And then there's also a birthday, and I feel like there's a 40th birthday, or the number 40 popped up in my mind. And that may go to a different contact or different energy. I feel like that there's a dog with me that passed at a pretty old age, maybe 17-ish or so. I feel like he passed at an old age. And then yet another connection is about kind of like a like a brotherhood or camaraderie through being like a fireman or working a fire station, and having several members of the family that did that. So this may be one, two, or three separate connections. So Robin saying yes, pulmonary embolism. All right, I want to see where else I'm going. So I have a few people. Horses Mike is my father-in-law. Okay, Robin, that may be you then. My grandfather and Andy saying her grandfather John passed of a heart attack. His wife's name was Anthony. His stepson's Mike. Just got out of jail. This could be for you also. Yeah, I'll show you guys the comments as they come up. I'm going to need to be more information. Yeah, there's bound to be a lot of Michaels, so I would need more than just the name to feel like I'm here. Cancer that had spread to the lungs. All right. Annie, not Anthony. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I think I was getting. A name like Annie and Anthony. And Tom is my nephew. So it sounds to me like Robin, you've got a lot of these references, but the other person, be mindful. And then I think thing with firemen is something else. And I really want to go back to the thing with horses, like liking things with the rodeo. So Robin, are you more like in the Midwest or in that area? I really feel like there'd be some connection in that area also. And Willa died of old age. All right. So and my dad's dog. Okay, so, and the dad was older. So this really feel, and Tom's your nephew. Okay, I really feel like this is Robin. She's the one person that's really taking all the stuff. And maybe Michael Marr also with the dog. I want to say went home in 2018. That's an 18-year-old dog. And so I think Toto's trying to say hi. So this may be just a lot of quick messages because there's a lot of people on. And but let me see with your father-in-law, Robin. Very funny, I want to say. Very funny man. I want to say likes to joke. Again, I feel like somebody with liking the beers, not like a like a drunk, but definitely like to have his drinking. I still can't get off this image of like it may be horse racing also, but there's something with the horses, with this. And so Angie, yeah, so that's John. So very good, and he had race horses. So I think he's trying to say hi, Illinois. That was the state they were showing me. So yeah, so Angie, keep listening. I may be getting that, and saying father-in-law had pig valves replaced. They gave out 54 years ago. Wow, he's been gone that long. Yeah, I got bovine aortic valve. That's a whole other story. So I have an artificial valve also. So he's sending a lot of love. I feel like he just wants to know everybody's well. I don't know if one of the younger people or in the family celebrating an important birthday, like an 18th birthday, 21st birthday, a 30th birthday. But I feel like this older gentleman wants to be around that person just to say hi and everything. So lots of love from your father-in-law. And let me see what. Oh gosh, I feel like there's another father energy. I don't know. Going back to Michael with Toto, if your dad's passed on also, but I feel like there's a father energy that has the dog or that's connected to the dog. I want to say, and I feel like I think you have a son. I don't mean. I mean, if I don't remember. I did a reading for Michael years and years ago. I don't remember what came through, but I feel like they talk about helping a younger person that may have like some kind of special needs or something like that, or developmental. Nothing wrong or anything, but or either that or it's something connected to your work. I want to say, but I feel like the father helps with that now. I keep getting this image of this dog like fetching things. I know dogs fetch things. I get that, but I feel like this is a very smart dog, a very aware dog. I want to say, and one that you could communicate with. And I feel like they talk about a brother figure also. And I don't know if you literally have a brother that passes. This may be a friend that's like a brother, or it could be like with the father, like an uncle figure, like his brother. But I feel like the gang's all here, I want to say. And yeah, the interesting thing, they're showing me like big bags of like I know it's not autumn, but kind of like putting like the leaves in bags, or putting like grass or something in bags, and maybe doing something with the land, or with the garden, or fertilizing or something. For some reason they're showing me putting things in bags and packing things up, I want to say. And I'm gonna see if any of that's making sense. Oh, you have two sons, okay. um and Michael is my ward. Okay, Michael is your ward. Interesting. And your son's 29, so I don't know if his birthday's around now or coming up soon, but I feel like I'm supposed to acknowledge that milestone. I want to say that milestone birthday, and to let you know that they're here and they're all here. And you're, so I may be with a grandfather, then not a father, if if he had the lung issues also for Michael. So in any event, but again, I just get the feeling. Okay, okay. So you know, honestly, we talked about this. I know it's been years ago, but it's jogging my memory, and I want to make sure everything is 100% in authenticity here. So I may have known that. I thought it that way, that you have a son with special needs, but I still feel like the spirit is acknowledging that, and that he's still helping with that person, I want to say. And I feel like I don't know if you or your partners has had some depressions or stuff like that, but they show me a symbol you relating to that they help with that, I want to say. And I feel like to say you're part of it is that you tend to take on a lot of responsibility. I feel like you're really there for a lot of people. Yeah, maybe your job and maybe your family, a combination thereof. And I feel like they try to help you to find some balance, to really enjoy your life. And as I'm saying that, they're saying you are doing better with that. Not it's not like a criticism. You are doing that they're just helping that process along, I want to say. And I don't know if there's a place that you're going to vacation, but they show me a place that it may be like the Delaware Water Gap or a place like that. Because I'm seeing kind of like the water and then the hills around that. So there may be a trip into that area that may be good for the family. And I don't know if your grandfather liked to fish, but he talks about, yeah, we'll go there and fish. So, or if you like to do that, but I feel like I'm supposed to acknowledge that. And the showing also working, with like art, like maybe helping one of your sons, like draw or something like that, and keeping the coordination and that going on. So, anyway, I'm just seeing if there's any feedback from that. But lots of love to you and from your loved ones, and also for Robin too. And a baby boy in September. Cool. Congratulations to that also. Yes. This is also autistic. And you're going to Mystic, but this would be for Michael, if I'm getting this right, unless I pulled off his energy. And Mystic, I mean, that's water, but this isn't like they're showing me like a river basically, and a place that that would be look like that. The Allegheny Mountains, that would work. Yep, definitely. All right, so moving right along. I have a brother figure with me. A brother figure could be a brother, could be a best male friend, it could be a cousin. I know the name Max, maybe Matt, but I think the name Max is going to be connected to the spirit or this energy. And I think there is a Michael, but a different Michael. So that might be a popular name tonight. Now, when I step in, what they're showing me is a female figure that does a lot of baking and cooking. She's a little bit on the full figure side. I'll put it that way. They kind of give me a name like Anne, or an A name connected with this person, I want to say. She makes me feel like she had a lot of stomach issues when she was here. She makes me feel like she's a little bit of a sharp person, like could be a little bit critical, I want to say. Not, oh yeah, she's here, because all of a sudden my ears are buzzing. And I think I don't know if it's Betty, but I think there's a B name connected to this person. or Becky or one of the B names anyways. A lot of stomach issues I feel like they're showing me. They're kind of giving me a reference to the month of March and the 11th, maybe the 21st, or the 11th and the 21st are both somehow connected. This person comes in, I know I watch a lot of TV, I want to say. Um, didn't have really great health for a lot of my life, I want to say, but like to when the family was around, like to do a lot of cooking, I want to say. They also pop the letter C, so I think all these things are going to be relevant in terms of where I'm going, and they're popping my birthday image in my mind, so I think that there's a birthday around now. That could be no more than 2 weeks away if I'm getting a birthday reference. Usually that's within 10 days. And so Susan, that might be for you. I don't know if you can take all that. So getting back to Michael, he would go to Canada for fishing trips. We are going to Mr. Connecticut. Oh, well, maybe there's something about Mr. Connecticut, but that would be the fishing reference also. And she had bad health and liked to have dinner parties. So I think she tends to do a lot of cooking. And your Anna may be saying a quick hello to you also. And your birthday is August 11th. Wow. So there may be somebody here for you also. Although when I'm getting 11, I feel like that might be March 11th, to be honest. But it could be that. And so back to, so I'm losing track of you guys. Who's my name is Cena. Is this month? Okay. So I'm looking more for Susan's feedback. But that could be Judy also. You said we're going to talk about the book. All right. I'm just seeing what else. I'm sorry if I keeping this comment on. Oh yeah. And back to the energy of the brother figure and the name Max, being in the same energy. So these may be two different things that are coming through simultaneously. You're welcome, Michael. Statistician. All right. So I think, and she's in your new book. All right. That's relevant then to that. Good morning, Aria. All right. But I'm waiting for more validation, especially to this older person. And I have a feeling this brother figure is not going to go away. I think these are two different connections. No Michael, though. No. Yeah, this would be a male figure, like a brother, cousin. I want to go more into that energy because I feel like he passed this fairly quickly. Might have been 33, or some reason the number 33 is relevant. I want to say, with this connection. And I think like there's also a reference because I feel like there's a teacher, but more of higher education, like a college or maybe high school. So Christine's saying her cousin passed at 33. All right, but you don't have the name Michael. I don't know if there's an M name like Max or Matt. If not, the fact that they popped 33 might have been just the fact that you answered, and yeah, that you answered, and that might have come in. No M name. All right. I still think that's relevant. It may be someone he's with or somebody he wants to say hi to, like a friend of his. Max or Matt. So if that comes up later, you definitely know. So let me see. You have a brother-in-law, Michael. All right. See, what do we have to say for Susan? I feel like to say that he's fine. I don't know if yeah, I mean, this feels like it was a quick and sudden passing, I want to say. And it's almost the feeling like not knowing what happened to me, kind of a thing. I feel like near the end, it's like what's happening to my body, that kind of a thing. I don't know if it's a medical thing that was undetected, or something related to medications or drugs or something like that. But I just feel like he's trying to acknowledge that, but to say that he's fine, also, and I feel like he's wanting to thank his mom and another living brother figure, and and I think he may have had depression also, or somebody in the family that did. But I feel like he's saying, "I'm fine. Let them know that I'm fine. Not to worry about me. To go on with your lives and everything." And there may be a little bit of a mystery around this, because I get this impression of police coming in and investigations being done. So I mean, there may have been something that wasn't really figured out, I want to say, also, unless I'm going to a whole new area. um and Jody has so okay, so this is more, I'm looking more for Susan. I have two. Yeah, yeah. Names could be in the living also. Thank you, thank you. You probably missed the beginning where I explained when I get names, it could be in the living. So so your cousin is very connected to Max. Yeah, I think that was Susan, right? You're the one that was taking the messages. I see. It's hard to keep track of things, but um, but that's why they would mention that. Um, or is this Christine? Okay, Christine's the one that has the cousin, not Susan. All right. Oh my goodness. All right. All right. High current comment. Listen, this isn't the easiest. I pass. Their names like in KG. I'm interested in more about Susan. Were you the one I was talking to in the beginning also? Because you had that name Max, and so I don't know if there was a. And then Christine saying he was 33. Had four different drugs. Yeah, okay. He was 33. Thank you. So, and that's the cousin, right? I'm getting a little bit confused. I'm trying to go back and into the comment thread. Cousin passed the 33. And then Susan was talking about the Maxes. All right, all right. So it's two different connections. But in any regards, he's saying hi and acknowledging that he's here and that he's still with you. So now I want to switch again, because I know that there's somebody connected to firefighting, but I think there's one or two people in the family that are also connected to that. I feel like there's a gentleman. I feel like I pass very peacefully. I feel like I have family around me. Um, very easy, I want to say. This may be a father, could be a grandfather. I'm feeling my heart. So I think at the end of the day, there's a heart issue, but I feel like there's a lot, with the body. Now, I'm seeing a martini glass also. So I feel like somebody that, that did like to drink, maybe martinis or Manhattans or something that would be in those glasses. That would be straight up rather than on the rock. So he's making a point to show me that. And I feel like he does like to tell us stories and everything, and um, and everything. So Christina, Max is the nephew. Thank you. Yeah. So yeah, I knew that name was important. Yeah. So I knew that name would be relevant in this connection. And yeah, when I have 57 people on, we have to be specific, because otherwise, it gets really vague and really muddled. So in any event, so you would understand that middle names, count, by the way. I like to get first names, but sometimes they're shared first names. They give me middle names, or for other reasons. That's what I'm able to pick up on. So I'm seeing, who's understanding. I think the name Bill or William's going to be part of this connection, and maybe the person's name that's coming through. And like I said, there's something with being a firefighter, because they keep showing me that image. So anyway, and so hi Sujata. So I know your real name now. So if nobody's understanding that, I'll just move on. I know that they're here. Water is a really good thing, when I'm working. Okay. I don't think that's it, Colleen, but thank you. So female energy came and she comes barreling right through. This may be somebody's mom or somebody that raised you. Big letter C. I don't know if that's Christine or for Christine, but a big letter C comes in with that. The word proud, like I'm proud of you. I want to say, that you're doing something new or really standing up for yourself more. I want to say very, very proud of you. There's also something with mechanics. I think that where I'm going, somebody was good at fixing things, maybe an auto or some form of mechanics. So very good at fixing things, I want to say, and something about healing. Where I think wherever I'm going, in the living, that you're a healer or you're undergoing some healing in your life. I want to say. I feel like there's something about like four brothers or the person coming through being one of four but I think that there's either three or four boys. So I think that would be relevant. I do feel like this somebody that like to play board games. They just popped the image of like board games in my mind. So I think that's somehow connected. There's also a name like Brian that pops in, maybe Ryan, because those are easy names to confuse. So I think this is all, connecting to this mother figure. What's this? You fix computers and I solder and I'm always doing stuff like that. I'm the oldest of four girls. All right, not boys, girls. Okay. You say my son, Brian's your son, is working on cars. Okay. Yeah, and I hope your son's living, and that they're just saying hi to him. But um, and what do we have here? My mom, her husband is named Brian. Now, if your mom's passed, and Christine is talking about four boys and one girl, so they're definitely showing me the four boys with that, and she's saying yes. So a big hello from I guess the mom or the mother figure, and Luke is saying that she has four siblings, and that her husband is Brian, and and I feel like she's here. Mom's in the spirit world, yes, because I think I started this by a female coming right barreling through, and like I'm here. And again, part of the message is I'm very proud of you. And there's something about just the way you're handling yourself in a tough situation right now, and perhaps that that you don't necessarily like to go into your comfort zone. By the way, is June 27th an important day? Because they just flashed the number 6 and the number 7 in my mind, so that might be important around this connection too. And so a lot of people are able to take bits of this messages, which is great. So but I'm looking for who can take all of it, all of this stuff all the time about her and practicing Reiki. Yeah, she mentioned healing. Yes, yes. So again, I think the main message is for you, but there's a lot of piggybacking going on. So anybody else that can take these things, definitely do that. Yeah. It starts with C, and my mother has passed, and my father passed away, and was a mechanic. So I think they're all saying hi. And 6/8, my birthday. Okay, so that's the sixth part. So that's half of that. 27 is the other half. So if they're not talking about June 27th, there's either the 27th day of a different month's important in the family, or somebody's 27. But both of those came in, and your mom was a fiery woman, and she started with C, and you're the last child alive of four children. Right, I know that about you because we've done readings before. I know who you are, and this is God. It's like they're all coming in. Yeah. So all you guys, take this. What you can take. So Billy Saunders, William. That was a name that came in before in a psych patient for psychical engineer and part of my new book. Very good. Yes. And this is why. Yeah, these are the kind of messages that I love, because I mean, they're always proud of you. It's not how much money you have, it's who you are and what you do that they're proud of. But they don't always say this, and she made it a point to say, I am proud of you. Tell her that I am proud of her. And that's your way of knowing that's, again, a validation that she's here. um and she kind of gives me the feeling, like she can be a little tough sometimes, I want to say, but a sweetheart at the same time. And I feel like she had illness leading to her passing, I want to say, and that you were there. If I'm getting the information, if the images are lining up, you were there at least before she passed, and not while she was passing. She's kind of showing hand on the forehead, trying to keep her cool, I want to say, trying to keep her comfortable. And I feel like she's saying that I knew. So, I don't know why that's relevant, but I feel like saying I knew, I felt your presence. Um, and, to stick up for yourself now, that you have the right answers, and you may feel like you're being ganged up a little bit by, it may be a work situation, but by people around you. And I feel like saying, keep sticking up for yourself, and think things will get better, I want to say also. And um and I think that this is, oh, okay, this is still the same person. Let me see, her name's all over this feed tonight. Her name was Suzanne, but I called her Susan. Yeah, that would definitely be her. And she's saying yes. So I don't know if you're saying yes to you being with her and all that information making sense, but it's just her way of saying that she's there. And oh my God, I just started sticking up for myself today. She's around you. That's why she's saying that she's around you, and she knows that, and she loves you very much, and just wants you to know that she's still with you. It's not your imagination. If you feel little strokes or little feelings in your body, it's not your imagination. It's her. She's been trying to get your attention. Now she's tickling you. Maybe even a little too serious lately. I don't know, but now she's doing that thing, of tickling you. And here's Kurt. Okay, so that was that big C I was talking about. I wasn't getting the name. She just showed me a big C. So she's with Dad as well. But she's the dominant force right now. And I have a feeling she was that way in life. Yeah. And she's saying, nothing got past me. So I think she's that kind of mom. Like, nothing got past me, she's saying. She's very proud of it. And she's proud of the ability to just drive the children crazy because nothing gets past her. And I don't know if you like this game. What was it called? Cat's Cradle, with the yarn, where you make little shapes with the yarn with your fingers. But she's showing me that. I mean, it could be a knitting reference also, but she's showing me that. And I think it's something that you like to say. She's saying so true. So something that I said is so true. And she's with you. So lots of love from your and yes, she did. Okay, so that's the validation for that also. So she's aware of that. I think if she's giving more of a knitting reference rather than that game Cat's Cradle, I think she knew a lot about different stitches and different shapes and stuff like that. But I feel like she's going, no, this is like a kid's game. Maybe she played that, but this was like a kid's game, I'm supposed to say. Um, you would tie like yarn, and you it's like one, you'd make a shape, and then one person would take part of that shape and make another shape. Sun 727, 627. Who's got 627? Or 6 and 27 independently. That came through really strong. I think that it's the same connection. So you may have to think about that when Lucas. Um, and I'm sorry about that, Deborah. I don't know if that was COVID, but that was hard. So we're back to Susan. My sister's June 27th. So I don't know if your mom passed on too, or if hopefully your sister's still living. But that might be a way of piggybacking that information. That would make sense because I was with you right before. You were the person I was with before Lucas. So that was just probably a way of whoever was coming through for you, their way of saying hi to your sister. Yes, that makes sense. Let me see if I can go into a new connection now. I need to take a breath. Uh, your Aunt Clara. Your Aunt Clara. Okay, thank you. Um, All right. Well, I have a hunter with me. I think he liked to hunt bear also. And I've seen bear, like a bear pelt as well. Um, yeah, I think he may be in Canada, but this might be up. Oh, I'm seeing the bear. It could be that the bears have been bothering you, whoever I'm supposed to go to. But there's a gentleman, the way he comes in, he's a strong man. He's a little bit distant. The word Reiki comes up. I know somebody talked about Reiki a second ago. And it's interesting because the letter U just popped up in my mind, which is very unique, but there may be some connection to like a U name or a U last name, but it just popped the letter U in my mind. But this would be, somebody that, that like to hunt or is outdoors a lot, very outdoorsy energy, I want to say. I feel like he's saying though, but I had a problem with my foot or my feet. It may have been a diabetic condition because I feel like there may have been a toe missing or toes missing, I want to say. And I feel like if I say refuse to get help, so I was kind of that kind of personality. And then as I'm saying, it's kind of correcting me, saying, well, I didn't really know, what was wrong. And then when I got help, then it was in a pretty advanced stage, basically. But I feel like he's fine. Like I said, he feels like he's a little, I don't know, like his image or his persona might be a little bit intimidating, but he's a sweetheart, I want to say. But I feel like he's not always the most comfortable person around other people. But once you get to know him, I don't know if this is a father or grandfather. This may not be a direct father because I feel like there's some distance. September would be important, maybe around the 5th. I don't know. I'm not getting a specific date, but September, the number 5 comes in. I think it's all connected around this person. And whoever this is for, you're very strong, unless you literally lift weights. But you show me the image of lifting weights. That's say that you're very strong, and that your life's changing. I feel like it's saying something about it may be like a union or a marriage or something that was kind of built on a house of cards. But and the name Teresa just popped in. So I think there's a connection to the name Teresa where I'm going. Okay, I think that's enough. And if you can take most or all of that, definitely speak up. Well, you're welcome. This is a beautiful man. Oh, you're welcome. So this may be, like I said, it's probably your mom's way of saying that she's okay. And I don't think I really connected to your mom so much in past readings, but I think that's her way of saying that I'm okay and that I'm with you. And you're, well, Teresa, yeah, you are Teresa. I get that. So one of your loved ones may be coming in also. The thing is, if you can take the other stuff that I was saying, which I don't remember what it was, something with a hunter, kind of a bigger person, I think that's somebody else's, but if you can take more of that, then that's fine. But since I think we have her on the line, can I really feel like saying something about this is overdue, that I've been trying to contact you and connect with you, and just kind of giving me the feeling of like that you're on a healthier trend in life, or that your health is better or improving. And there may be a trip around the Gulf of Mexico, because you showed me the Gulf of Mexico. So that might be relevant for you or your family or stuff like that. And I don't know if at one point if you had two birds, like there's a cage and I'm seeing two birds in it for some reason. I think one might be macaw, or one of those really colorful birds, or that your mom had that, or I'm switching to somebody else. But that's cool. So you play Cat's Cradle. So that might have been for you also. Oh, Patsy, your husband was a big hunter. So this may be your husband if the rest of the information resonates with you. His sister was a hunter, her family big hunter. So so the people that had the hunter listen, and then they led into this by showing me a bear. So not all hunters hunt bear. Deer, ducks, deer or smaller game are more common. But I think this person actually hunted bear one time. I want to say also you had a preventative. Okay, I don't know. You have to sing. Her name is Emily. Play Cat's Cradle. All right. I don't know if anybody's going to take all of this message, but I'm still kind of waiting for that. So Donna, and who else had the hunter? Linda. As soon as I saw your name, Linda, I got a pull to you. I think that's exactly where I'm going. And that's why now this is all lined up. It's the bear. They're saying I'm not the father. I'm a little bit more distant. Well, certainly your boyfriend's father would fit the bill with that. And I was thinking Canada. I'll take Alaska. That's really a place up north. So they probably hunted Kodiak bears and maybe and I'm 100% Italian. Okay. So very good, Teresa. And you know what? I think I think the name Teresa, I know you're Teresa, but I think wait a second. So there's two possibilities. Linda, yeah, I got a strong pull. So I don't know if somebody connected to your boyfriend or you is it Teresa or somebody that passed by that name or Terry or a very similar name. But I think that's the only missing piece there. But then some other ones, and Susan's Canadian. Person I can think of was a fisherman. Yeah, um, can't take it all. But my dad hunted deer and bear. I really think this is Linda. I really do. Because as soon as I saw that name, but you know what? There's that piggybacking phenomena. There's well, we're down to 51 people, but or we just popped up to 53. But whatever the case is, what was I gonna say? Yeah, because there's a lot of people. We can get a couple of contacts, but somebody should be taking most of all of this. And I really think that this is Linda's connection. So if something's not hitting, I still think that this is you. So and I don't know if you had a rough patch. I know this is your boyfriend's dad. But he talks about going through a rough patch, but everything's okay. So I feel like that. He's also toasting. There may be a development that would involve like a toast, like an engagement or a pregnancy or something like that. I think I may be more going with the engagement part or moving forward in the relationship or that kind of a thing. Um, but I feel like he's there. I feel like he would be talked about a lot. So people definitely remember this man, I want to say. And I feel like he had some crazy stories. He might have been a little bit of a daredevil or kind of tested the limits, so to speak. Let me see if I can get a little bit more about him. But I feel like one-on-one, he's really sweet, really gentle. But again, he could be a little bit imposing if you don't know him, either his manner or his appearance, I want to say. But I feel like he's really sweet and really, really there for you. And I feel like he's just saying, don't give up on my son. I'm supposed to say also, I don't think you are, but I feel like there may be something that he just needs to process in order to move forward. And So all right, I'm getting some feedback. Yeah, yes, you did go through a bad time. Okay, um, very memorable. Yeah, yeah, and but I feel like he's around and wants to let you guys know and wants him to know. And there may be a reference. I'm not sure what month, but the number 15 popped up in my mind. So there may be a reference to the 15th. Sometimes they'll use numbers rather than names or initials. Whatever I can pick up on, they'll use to either say hi to people or to provide further evidence. So let me see if I can get a little bit more. Okay, he's showing me my shoulders. So you're probably very good at taking responsibility, but I feel like saying not too much. And I feel like I'm seeing bread. I don't know if somebody connected to the family, baked bread or worked in a bakery or anything like that. I think it's more like home cooking, but it looks more like, I don't know if it's French or Italian bread. It has more of that kind of look, I want to say. And I feel like gone but not forgotten, I want to say. I think somebody like Johnny Cash too, because I'm hearing like Johnny Cash in my mind. So whether he did or you or somebody in the family, but that kind of popped up. and I feel like he's really with me, because I feel like he's saying, yeah, you're doing good. Like he's complimenting me. So I think he's that kind of a person. So I think you'll understand most of this. So his mother. So he's with his mother then. Yes, that's why he's showing me that. So I want to say that. And Susan, take what you can. Because we were with you before, which means your loved ones may be around you also. So I think I'm getting the connections around. And then Christina's chiming in uh, about Johnny Cash, and then born the 15th. Those are the last two things that I said. So your dad is making sure that he's being acknowledged also, and that he's with you as well. So I'm waiting to see if Linda takes any of that stuff also. But um, but in any event, if not, I flipped. That happens sometimes, especially in these groups. I mean, I may have switched to somebody else. And Christina having a legal issue with my brother. All right. I feel like I'm asking your dad about this, and the person I feel like he's saying your brother, he's got to let up a little bit. I don't know what the nature of his legal issue is. Oh, you're having a legal issue with your brother. I thought you were saying your brother's having a legal issue with another brother. So he's saying that your brother needs to let up a little bit. I don't know again what the issue is, but I feel like he just wants him to honor the family, basically honor his memories. I want to say also, um, and stuff like that. So uh, or yeah. That's what I said. Yeah, it feels like it's something around Dad's estate. Exactly. The only thing, he's got to let up a little bit. It's almost like I don't know what the right word is. No, there's a word, but I can't think of it. So what do you have to say? Really, you're saying, that your brother's just frustrated, and you never really could you speak up appropriately or talk about what he's feeling. I want to say, and then he winds up doing negative or horrible things. I want to say, but I feel like you guys can get along. I don't know if you guys had a bigger dog. Also, now it's interesting because then all of a sudden the dog turned into a deer, like a deer hunter. With a good rack. I want to say, so maybe one of the hunters, would do the taxidermy thing and have their trophies or whatever. Um, but in any event, he's stuck in the mud. Yeah, over his guns. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. That he just can't really connect that well with people, and he's just frustrated. And I feel like he's saying he's a little bit paranoid, like people are going to take things from him, so he's got to make sure he gets everything. And I think and it is I feel like you'll probably agree with this also, but all of a sudden your dad showed me a little boy, and I feel like he's saying emotionally he never grew up, and that's the problem. Be compassionate, but compassion doesn't mean to let him get away with anything, basically. I think you have rights to that, and I feel like he's going to help things to go well. It may take almost a year, because he's talking about till next May, but it may take close to a year, I want to say. This was gone. So yeah, so back to Linda, because I know we were talking to you earlier, so these would be more validations that he's also had lots of taxidermy. Yeah, so that's his way of just saying I'm still here. All right, I know I'm bouncing around all over the place. I'm used to it. As long as you guys are understanding the messages, stuff like that. Is there anything else for Linda? Christine, yeah. He wants it all, yeah. True, yeah. And I feel like the father, he can't have it all. You've got to grow up, basically. Um, I don't know if he's 52 or if somebody's that age, but the number 52 just popped up in my mind. I mean, he may be, it may be like he's around that age or whatever. And if he is, I mean, it's time to grow up. Definitely. Greed. Yeah, greed will do it. Yeah. Well, greed is basically a symptom of separation from spirit, because when you're really connected with God or spirit, you know that there's enough for everybody. You know you're going to be taken care of. There's no need for greed anymore. And I feel like back to the messages for Christine. Nope. Okay. So, but Susan will be 52. All right. So we probably pulled a little. Yeah, we probably pulled back into Susan's energy, because Christine's saying nope to 52, but Susan's saying yes to 52. Um, and you're welcome. Thank you. You're definitely. Let's see if I can have one or two more in me before I hack it up. Okay, somebody lost a child. There's actually three different ones. There's the baby. I have a feeling I know who that is. If and I can't remember your name, but if you're in, you know who that is. Mika's mom, or Micah's mom. Micah. But I feel like there's somebody that may have been in the military at some point or died in the military. But this would have been a grown man, but still would be a son figure or a close nephew figure. And the third one's female. I want to say that, and I think she had an issue with drugs. I want to say, so I want to go with that third one because she's the one that's stepping forward. She's not that tall. I want to say probably has blondish to light brown hair. Little bit, little bit heavy-ish, and then she's saying no to that. So maybe that's my mistake. So not significantly, anyways. But it feels also like talking about like I was wasting away. I mean, there may have been an illness, and then it was kind of like something accidental with medications or drugs. This could be a sister or a daughter or a niece, but I feel like it's somebody who's here would have helped to care for, took care of, and yes, and they're saying yes. The number 16 is important, so maybe the 16th day of a month. I want to say November, but definitely the 16th would mean something where I'm going. I think the military reference, I mean, I know that could be another young man, but I think that's who she's with, like a father energy. But I feel like he would have been overseas, probably in World War II. So I think I go back a little ways with that. I want to see. Okay. Mika's mom. Yes. Hi. Yes, that's you. So you're, he never goes. That's the thing. We've done readings before with Carrie Sue. He never leaves. Yeah. He's always around you. So that's it. Um, so I had a close friend after he left the military, died of COVID. He had cancer. I'm sorry to hear that. Was this a younger friend? Because I really feel like this somebody's child also. My daughter Renee was killed. So she was killed. I don't know if it was a medication type of a death. She's strong though. This spirit is very, very strong. Even if not everything is lining up with you, I feel like I'm with you now. I want to say, because I feel like this would be a very like an old soul. And I'm sorry about your daughter, by the way. This would be a very old soul. You're pretty intense, I want to say, and she saying that she had a drug issue, so she's showing me that. But she's very tough also. Jean, Dane younger than me, so let me work with Lisa for a second, because I feel like I'm saying, I'm sorry, mom. I'm sorry, mommy. So I feel like she wants to apologize, but I feel like she's saying, I understand that you don't need me to apologize, that you've accepted, or you're as okay as you can be, but I want to do that anyways. I want to say, and just to let you know, or let people know that matter, that I'm aware, and that I'm with you, and she's come through before. I mean, not through me, I don't think, unless you're a client I'm not aware of, but I feel like she's come through before, but maybe directly to you. And for some reason, she's really focusing on curtains. I don't know if you were cleaning or just like hanging curtains, or why she's really focusing on that. But it's interesting. Things can turn into a metaphor, because then I feel like I'm opening the curtains and letting light in. So that would be a symbol of trying to help through depression, I want to say. And I don't know if you've been a smoker and you're trying to quit or you quit, but you show me cigarettes. I think that that's relevant. I feel like she's with somebody in the military who's older, and and you're a healer, I want to say, because my hands are getting hot. So I feel like it's her way of saying that you have healing abilities. Maybe you've done Reiki or you do Reiki or something like that. But but in any event, I'm going to see if there's any feedback, if that's understood with with Renee specifically. Um, uh, that she has come through to me. Yes, we are both. My grandfather was in World War II, so she's with your grandfather. She's laughing now, so I feel like she can be funny and silly also, and I just feel like like I don't know if you have pets, but I get this image of it may be a dog, but I get this image of she smoked. All right, she's the one that smoked, but I get this image and you still do. Well, she's helping you to quit. Uh, so she's kind of like holding a dog and rolling like a white or lighter colored dog and rolling around with that. I mean, the dog might have other colors, but she may be showing me. I mean, I don't know if you had dogs when she was growing up or if that means something else, but she's showing me that and she's come through in dreams also, I want to say. So I feel like happy that you're healthy or healthier, if that makes any sense. Um, I don't know who made pizza, but all of a sudden I'm hearing make pizza or making pizza. So I don't know, if you do or somebody in the family made pizza, but for some reason that popped up in my mind. So anyway, I'm supposed to pass that on to you guys. And if that's not you, say hi to the person that does that, I guess, or maybe she's with somebody. Um, and I feel say I'm fine. I'm good. You know, and then I'm here that I'm still with you. Um, Interesting. She showed me the Gatorade symbol in my mind with the lightning bolt. I don't know if you like Gatorade or why that popped in, but you showed me the Gatorade symbol in my mind also, and and just kind of giving me the feeling to say that you know yeah that's why she showed me making pizza exactly, and she remembers that. So they remember these things from the other side. That's why she showed me the pizza. Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, asking about, oh, do you know who Robert is also? Because that name just popped up in my mind. I think that's someone she's with, but if not, that could be say hi to. Um, probably went by Bob because Roberts tend to do that. So I don't know if that's your grandfather, if that's somebody else, but I think that that's somebody that she's with, and I feel like saying, it's good that you're hanging on and hanging in there. There may be some prospect of a move in the next year or so, unless that happened recently. And this may connect with the sister also, because I heard the word sister. So maybe like her, if she has a sister or your sister, there may be a move and something like that. Then she showed me a crescent moon. I think that's her way of saying that you're very intuitive. And that's why you get the messages from her, because you're open and then you ask her. And I feel like she's saying, you're very brave and I'm very proud of you. That you just have a lot of courage in life. That you can say no to people, that's a good quality to have, and I feel like she's with you a lot and doing that. So hey, Lakeside Laura, welcome. There's a lot of cats. She's rolling around with one of them cats then, yeah. And she loved Gatorade. You show me the Gatorade symbol. So she's probably showing herself as a little girl, because I'm thinking a bigger animal than a cat. So she's showing herself little, and I think one of the cats was white or beigeish color that she's just rolling around with in my mind. So I think that's her way of saying that she's with the cats, I want to say, as well. And yeah, so lots of love, and I feel like she's grateful for you and everything that you're doing for people in the community. I feel like to say good job with that. To say also, and I don't know if somebody's like helps with cancer patients or is volunteered or works in hospice, but if that's not you, if you know who that is, please say hi to that person. I want to say, and then she showed me rows of books. So you may be doing a lot of reading or even writing, but you show me rows of books, so I feel like that would be relevant. And I feel like she's saying, see, I am really here. This is really me. So I think you'll understand that. And sometimes you hear, again, it's not your imagination. So lots of love from your daughter. I think I may have one more in me before I turn into a pumpkin, or before my battery runs out. Whichever happens first. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you for that. And I don't know. Hi. Okay, what a beautiful message. Oh, definitely. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Who would have somebody here that passes, I think, at age 101 or right around that, lived a good long life, smoked cigarettes at one time, mind you, and then the number 20 would be relevant. That might be a day of the month that's important. I want to say, oh, wait. I want to address this because the name Robert came. It might be her friend. I have a sister who moved recently out of state. Um, we lived with my parents for her younger years. We had a big beige colored Siamese cat. That's the one. Yeah, it's the big cat. I love Siamese cats, by the way. And then we have a crescent moon charm around your necklace. So everything making sense except Robert, and Robert's a common name. Figure out who Robert is, and I think you'll understand that. Okay. Yeah. If you had a crescent moon, I mean, this is all super specific stuff for you. I mean, if she had a good friend named Robert, that could be who he's trying to say hi to. Honestly, I'm not super warm on that. I think there's another Robert. If I'm off on the name, I won't be off on the initial or what the name sounds like. But it kind of, I mean, in other words, I could get Roger for Robert, but I don't think I'd be too much more off than that. Um, uh, your brother passed on 620, so 6 and 20 are two numbers they came in. I don't know, Laura, if your brother was a big jokester, I want to say, but I feel like that also, and I don't also I don't know if your lawn is overdue, but I'm seeing tall grass in my mind, and I think that he's somebody who maybe just like has a good sense of humor. I want to say also. So let me see if I can get a little bit more from him. I have a feeling this is important. Again, they show me soldiers, but I think that's somebody he's with. But the fact that you got both 6 and 20, and then you just came on. Oh, great aunt passed at 103. My mom passed in 2020. So hi from your great aunt also, Jennifer. And so that's the 101 reference, 103, not that far off. And Christina has an Uncle Bob, so that would be the Robert to say hi to him. So that's why I say I don't think it was the Robert you were saying before, and then but this is where I feel like I am right now. Yeah, I'm on a new person. Yes, okay, this is who I'm with. All right. Part of that sense of humor might be a little bit of underlying depression that he concealed, I want to say. But I feel like mostly he's pretty upbeat and funny, I want to say also. I don't know if he wound up having a heart condition or if that's what happened, but all of a sudden I was feeling my heart like skip a beat or that kind of a thing. Now, who's musical? I don't know if your brother played music or was very into music, but all of a sudden, I'm like seeing keyboards, although that could be a general symbol around music, but I'm seeing that, I want to say. And whether it's your brother or somebody else in this, now I'm feeling the other side of my chest. So I think this is more likely lung issues than heart issues. And I think I'm more on the right side of the lung. So I think of the chest. I think somebody probably had lung cancer that's connected to you. And I think the name like Alex or an A name would be that. And yeah, I could still be partly with you, Susan, also, especially if Laura doesn't get this. This could be your people's way of still acknowledging that. And being human, I may be piggybacking. I'm musical. Let me pass from cancer. So that's your brother. I mean, if it wasn't, if it didn't start in the lungs, it probably was settled there on the right side, because I'm really feeling that, and I really feel like he'll bother you at night, and if you feel like somebody around your hair or stuff like that. Now I don't know if you're married, but I feel like he's trying to like mess with a husband figure or a boyfriend of yours. I want to say, um, I can hide this comment. Ended it up in the lung. Yeah, I mean cancer always does spread, and that's fairly common. And oh, your mom is Alex. Okay, so that might be again Susan's contact. I think it was your daughter, or I'm confusing you guys because there's too many people coming through at once. But I think that's their way of saying hi. That you're just watching my ET video, and here I am. Yes, yeah, if anybody wants to learn how to connect with their ascended masters and their extraterrestrial guides, go to the ET video that we just released like a minute ago, or at 5:30 actually. I'm waiting to see if there's any left. Yeah. Oh, so you are married, and you told them to mess. That's why he's saying that I mess with your husband, because he knows that. That would be, to me, that's even cooler evidence than getting somebody's name or their birthday. That means that he's not only still alive, but he's intelligent. He's still aware. He's still with you. He still sees and knows what's going on. And there's like a real closeness with your brother also. And I just feel like he's just thanking you, because I feel like I don't know if you're a nurse, but I do know you're a healer of some kind or another, or a doctor, or something in medical. But I just get this feeling like you were there. I mean, I feel like you were close. If I'm wrong, I know that I'm starting to get burnt out and I'm going to end. But I feel like he's aware of that, and I think this is for again for Laura. They you're very healing, and that I feel like that. I don't know if you know who David is, but or Dan. Sometimes I get David's and Dan's confused, but there's a DA name, and again, I know somebody else who's on has the Dan. This is for Laura though. David and Dan are common names. So I want to get to the right person with that. Um, and if that's not your brother's name, who he's with, or say hi to him. I have a feeling this might connect to a friend. But in any event, again, I don't know if your grass is tall, or if you're doing a lot of yard work, but he's going back into that, and this may be another family member, and there, I don't know if you have like a wood stove or anything like that, or a fireplace. He's also showing me wood, like that you'd stack wood, or somebody would. Again, if I'm switching, I apologize, but she's saying we were close, and Danny was our cousin who passed from cancer. Okay, so you were close in spirit. The interesting thing is he makes me feel like you were right there with him through his whole process of having cancer. And Laura Barbara, if your David is passed on, that may be just his way of just getting a shout out and saying hi. Same with you, Susan. That may be his way of getting a hi. But because I said this is Dan or David, this is with Laura. This is your cousin who passed from cancer. Okay, so it's not your brother, or your brother and your cousin that passed, but whatever the case, there's a brother figure here. So lots of love, and you may find like a new job opportunity. I feel, unless that's on the table now, or a new direction or a new business. And and to take advantage of that, but you're the person that's connected to Lily Nova, right? There may be some work that you're able to do around her also, so keep that open also, because they just popped that in my mind. Okay, everything froze. I think we ended. Okay. Everything froze, so I don't know if you're hearing me or not, but I was gonna end anyways, and the clock is still ticking. It's just that my image is frozen. So saying yes, okay, yeah, something's off from my end here. Yeah, something's definitely off here. Um, See, I can't unshow the comments. I can't do anything with my cursor anymore. All right, if you guys are still hearing me, thank you, everybody. I was gonna say is it you yes, you do hear me. Okay, my email is info@atombetweentheworlds.com. If you want to get a personal reading, email us and you'll get 10% off. And that's what I have for you guys. So thank you very much. Okay, I'm glad that you guys hear me. Very good. So good for you. Congratulations on whatever this new opportunity is for you, Laura.